Good question. What about the regulators? Are they doing enough to help you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, there's some things that feel a bit daft sometimes, but in the main, I think since the change in law around product placement back in 2011, I think there's more. It feels more collaborative to me with Ofcom in certain areas than it did. It feels like they've got more. Slightly more understanding with when you're trying to get these projects away. It used to be quite rigid. When the rules changed and we were allowed to do product placement, there were things like 3 verbal mentions per hour and 2 shots of a product. But I think what they're understanding is that we're all trying to make content that people want to watch, and that isn't having someone's product front and center. It's about that happy medium of creating something entertaining. So yeah, and I think it's all right in the main.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's interesting from a European perspective. We've got different broadcasters in different European markets, and you look at Germany, and there's lots of wonderful things you can do with very little regulation. Then you go to France, where actually there's much more restrictions. You can't really do product placement on the whole. But then I guess talk about those regulators. I think am I the first person to mention COVID? Apologies. So I think following this year, there's been even there are a lot of things have been prompted because of COVID, and there's regulation they're looking to change, even the product placement regs. So yeah, I think it would be interesting to see where else we have that, and where the kind of COVID leads us to kind of easing up of restrictions elsewhere. But yeah, I think it's certainly having an impact in some markets for us.
Just say I'm happy to be sponsored by Diet Coke. Should anyone be out there who has the account?
Scandalous, Darren.